Hey guys, welcome to another tier make a video where we're actually going to be ranking AFL the Essendon list. Now, basically what we're going to be doing is from Cale Hooker, we're going to be ranking because behind Cale Hooker are players who aren't actually playing, either who haven't played a game or who aren't playing for the club anymore. Now, the reason Michael Hurley's behind there is because he's been put on the inactive list. So, I mean, he's not playing for the rest of the year. So, yeah, like, I don't know. No, we'll keep him in. But first, we got Peter Wright. Now, he's a good player. No fringe, yeah, whatever you say it. Marty Gleeson. Again, Phillips. I think he's a good player. He's a good ruckman. Definitely a good ruckman. James Stewart. I actually think he's got a good future. Because we've put him down in the back line when he was a forward. So things have definitely changed in his career, and I definitely think he's going on the up. Because if you watch the Hawthorn Essendon game over in Tasmania, he was having such a cracking game, like Nick Hind. But yeah, I think he has a good future. Devon Smith. I'll put Peter out of there then. Devon Smith. He's a star of the comp though. He really is. He's a good player. And this is for Essendon. So, I'm not comparing him to bloody Dusty or something. For Essendon, he's the star of the competition. Matt Grelfie, he's a future star. I can just see it. Harry Jones, he's definitely a future star. Higher than Grelfie. I see a lot of potential for Harrison Jones. I really do. Darcy Parish, if you're going off of this year, he's star of the comp. He's averaging 30 plus disposals a week. Playing the Hawks, he didn't quite get there, but he's still played a clinic of a game, and he's a star of the comp. Zaharakis. Don't like doing this, but I actually think he's a little bit past his prime. No, fringe player. He's a fringe player. Fringe played. But he's also a good player. Not past their prime. I don't like doing that, but it's true. Jordan Ridley is a good player. He's a good backman, and yeah, he definitely knows how to intercept a mark. So only if Tom Stewart from Geelong played in the forward line, because in 2 weeks' time, I'd want to see those two go head to head, because they're both really good intercept markers. Anyway, Mason Redmond, he's a good player. Probably, I don't know. I think his career is gonna skyrocket like a Buddy Franklin or something. But he's a good player. Dyson Apple. Do I think he's past his prime? I'm actually going to say he has a good future, mainly because he's been put to halfback. Is it? I think that's where he's been put from the centre, and he's been playing much better off a halfback than he has in the centre. Personally, in my opinion, from what I've watched, I've seen him getting a lot more of the ball, but disposing of it a lot better. And I don't know if that's got to do with something with the new coach and all that, but I like what he's doing in the back line. Braden Ham. He's got a good future. Don't have lots to say on him. Obviously, kicked the sealer against the Dockers earlier on in the year. Dylan Shield, he is a good player. I wouldn't quite say he's the star of the comp, but he's a good player. Irving Mosquito, from the games I've seen of him, he has a good future. I think he's got a good future playing in the forward line and being the new Anthony McAllister-Woody. Because when Macca leaves the club, hopefully Irving will still stay at the club, and he can take that tip role. Will Snelling, he's a good player. Obviously, come from Port Adelaide. We dropped him, and then we picked him up. But I'm actually quite a big fan of Will Snelling, if I'm not gonna lie. Zerk Thatcher. He hasn't passed his prime. He's not there to make up numbers. Yeah, I guess I'll put him in fringe played. Yeah. Tommy Cutler. I'd say he's a good player. Because he hasn't played loads of games for the club, but when he does play these games, he can generally get the job done. And I'm happy with the stuff he does. Zach Merritt, star of the comp, but don't even need to say any more about that. He's just a gun. Signed a 6-year deal at the Bombers. Bummer for life, which I'm very happy about. But he's star of the comp. Same with Andy McGrath. I think Andy McGrath is a star of the competition, and I genuinely think that those 4 guys up there, like, some of the best players at Essendon and in the competition, honestly. Like, it might seem biased, I'm not trying to be, but I really like those 4 players. I'll just say that. Nick Bryan, he has a good future. Obviously only played 1 or 2 games or something. Ruckman, he does alright. I think he got more headouts in the Carlton game than Pitnet. But I think he's got a good future ahead of him. Ned Carl, I actually like Ned Carl, to be honest with you. I don't mind him. I think he's a good player. Obviously played in the Hawks game and he kicked a nice little left foot dribbler. It was obviously really nice to watch him do that, and yeah. Who's this? Is that? That's Aaron Francis. I want to say future star. I'm gonna say future star because last couple of years, in my opinion, he's been shocking. Obviously, no offense to him, but he'd be a good guy and everything. But this year, I have just seen such a change with him. Like, he's playing a really good defensive game of football, and I see him with a bright future. Bright future. Can't speak today. Kyle Langford, I 100% agree. Same thing. I think he's taken on more of a leadership role, to be honest. And I think I think he'll be there to you know, lead the club. Anthony McDonald, Tippin Woody, star of the comp. Really good player, really good forward, and yeah, he kicks a goal, knows how to kick a goal, knows how to. I just think the man's mad rubber. If you watch the Collingwood game, you'll see how he I can't remember who it was, but he's like, when he jumped over someone's head, and he just got straight back up. Like, it's just incredible what that man can do. Sam Draper, he's good, but he's also got a good future. He's in between here. He's got a good future, but he's like not a bad player, you know. We'll say good player. Joe Caldwell obviously only played 1.5 games for the club, but what I've seen, I think he's a really good midfielder. Nick Hind, I think he's a star of the competition. The game against Hawthorn, he ran through. He had 8 bounces. I think he actually had he had 8. My apologies. 8 bounces, runs through, kicks a goal. Like, you just can't ask for more from a defender. Like, takes 8 bounces, runs through, kicks the goal. Like, this man's everywhere. Jane Laverde. He's not past his prime. I like him in the back line. I'll say he's got a good future in the back line. He's got a temper, though, I feel. So, I don't know. Paddy Ambrose, I think he's a little past his prime. No, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Jake Stringer, he's an absolute star of the competition. If you watch his goal, one of his 4 goals against the Hawks, gave it don't argue, dropped it off with one hand and snapped through the goal. Like, those aren't easy to do. So I commend him for that. And yeah, Dylan Clark. He's got a good future ahead of him. I'll definitely say that. I don't really have much to say on Dylan Clark. Kay Looker, he's a good player. Obviously gone from the back line to the forward line to being full forward, kicking 29 goals so far this season. And I'd see many more to come from this year. So yeah, Michael Hurley. I actually do think he's past his prime. Or is he? He's a good player. He's a good player, but I think he's a bit past his prime. Yeah, we'll put him past his prime. Alrighty, guys, that is my tier list for the Essendon Footy Club. If you did enjoy, please just smash the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next tier maker. Bye, guys.